When you hear the words classical music, what comes to mind? You might think of a grand orchestra or a graceful violin echoing through a concert hall. But would you ever imagine a sandwich? You've learned a lot about the characteristics of classical music, like the instrumentation, tempo, and dynamics. But we haven't mentioned one important characteristic yet. Any ideas what that might be? Classical music is known for its carefully crafted structure, with each note and melody fitting together neatly. Many classical pieces follow a special pattern that helps us organize the sections of the music. This special pattern is called form. Form is the way the sections of a piece of music are put together. One of the most popular forms in classical music is called ABA form. And this form is kind of like a sandwich. Think of it like this. The A section is the first melody, like the first piece of bread. The B section is something different in the middle, like the filling in your sandwich. Then there's another A section, but why not call that the C section? Great ideas! It's called the A section because it's the same or almost the same melody returning from the beginning, just like the bread on both sides of the sandwich. A great example of ABA form is Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, a melody that Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart wrote when he was just a child. Let's break this down. The first piece of the bread is the first A section. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. It's the familiar melody that starts the piece. Next, we have a part that sounds different. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. What should we call that? The B section. It's something different in the middle that adds a new flavor to the song, like the filling in a sandwich. Then we've got our final piece of bread. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. The A section returns, bringing the piece back to its familiar starting point and finishing the sandwich, the song. Twinkle Twinkle is an example of a pretty short ABA tune. Sometimes the A or B sections are a lot longer, like pages long. But the next song we'll look at has sections that are only a bit longer than Twinkle Twinkle. I'm going to play a piece of classical music called Ode to Joy by Ludwig van Beethoven. This is one of the most famous pieces ever written, and it follows an ABA form. Let's start by feeling the A and B sections with our bodies. This will help you connect the sound of each section to a movement before we try to follow along with the notation. Here's what to do. Clap to the beat for each A section, the main familiar melody. Tap to the beat for the B section, the contrasting middle part. Or participate in a way that works best for you. Ready? Let's go. Nice work! Now that you've felt the A and B sections with your body, let's try something different. Please have your guided notes ready for this exercise. This time, the sheet music will be on screen. As you follow along, mark the sections in the matching boxes on your notes. You'll write an A in the boxes for the A sections and a B in the box for the B section. Remember, the A section will have the familiar melody and the B section will sound different, like the filling in your musical sandwich. Ready to level up? Let's go! Please pause now to complete your guided notes, including the reflection questions on the next page. Do your guided notes look like this? Great! We started with the first A section. Next up was something that sounded different. Did you say B for this part? Amazing! Then we have the final A section, the same melody from the beginning. For your reflection, you might have said that each A section was recognizable because they sounded so similar. Maybe you noticed that the first A section had the same pitches as the last. Or maybe you just remembered that you clapped along to that part earlier. How were you able to figure out when the B section started? For the B section, you might have said it was different. The melody or rhythm changed. You might have noticed that the B section felt like a new idea in the music, or that it had a different feeling or energy than the A section. Nice work! You've now identified form in music, the way the sections of a piece are put together. You're really using your ears to hear how form helps organize the different sections. For more fun with form, check out the lesson materials. I'll see you again soon to explore even more styles and forms of music. Until next time! Hey.